Now let's talk about killing players again. Right now we've killed our player with the spikes, and our frog should probably be something that kills the player as well, because what's the point of an enemy that isn't a threat? So we need to add a way for our frog to kill the player, and we've got a couple of options here. Just like anything with code, we can go about this multiple different ways. We could go into our frog and modify our on collision enter, so that if we hit a player, we also kill ourselves, or kill the player, not ourselves, but kill our player. The frog will kind of die too because the level reloads, but you get the idea. We don't need to do that though. There's actually something quite a bit simpler that we could do. Since we already have a spike script that kills a player on collision enter, we can just go to our frog and drag the spikes on top of it. Now our frog has spikes, and our frog will kill players when it touches them. Don't believe me? Hit save, press play, run over and go touch your frog and see what happens. Let's go try it out. I want to see it in action myself. So I run over here and I go find my frog. And any second now, oh, look at that. I touched him and I died. Now, I didn't actually touch him. You might have noticed that I got kind of close to him and it happened. And that's because his box collider is just too big. So I'm going to minimize that. We'll stop playing. We'll go select it. And we're going to shrink down the width of his box collider. We could also alternatively just swap him over to use a polygon collider 2D if we want. But I think that just shrinking the size of his box collider to maybe a 0.75. There we go. I get it nice and tight so that I don't have to worry about accidentally rubbing up against him. But again, if I want, I can just uncheck that, go add component, add a polygon collider 2D, and now I'll have an even tighter collider around him. In fact, let's do that. Let's remove the box collider, have the polygon collider, save, press play, and go try it out. This way, when a kid jumps on it and says, hey, I just didn't even touch that thing, my head barely, it went over the head and I still got the hit, that sucks. We won't have that problem. Or at least we won't have that problem nearly as much as we would have with a box collider. So come over here, check it out. Our frog comes, he lands. Oh, I hit a spike. Let's try one more time without landing on the frog. There we go. The frog killed me. My collider on my player is also a little big. So if I stop playing and go find my player, I can shrink down his width of his collider too. See how it kind of goes out to the edge a little bit too far? Let's go grab the size here and put this down to a 0.75 so that it's quite a bit tighter and I don't have to worry about those early hits where I can't see it and it doesn't look right. So we'll save, we'll go into plastic, and we're going to make sure that everything is saved. We've got our frog saved, our player saved. So we adjusted frog colliders and made frog kill the player on touch with spikes script. And actually we adjusted the player and frog colliders, so I should put that in my check-in.